In this tutorial in CyberLink PowerDirector, I'd like to show you how to crop and position 3 vertical videos at a time. I have here in my preview window 2 that I have done, and the process for all 3 is virtually the same. So let me show you how to add a third panel that's a third of the width of our preview screen. So I'm going to move down into my different tracks into track number 3, and I'll drag my third 16-second video. It obviously tries to fill the screen. It's a 16:9, so I will click on the Tools menu and click on Power Tools. Then we'll do Crop and Zoom, and I'll click on the Crop and Zoom button. Okay, now what I want to do at this point in time is I want to add something so I can see what size I want it to be to fit a third of the screen. So I click in this Toggle TV Safe Zone and Grid Lines. So we're going to click on Grid Lines and choose a 3x3. Now I want this particular video to occupy 1/3 of the screen. It's evenly divided. So all I have to do is click on Freeform, and then I'll change the size of it by dragging the handles. And we'll always pick up the middle because that's the way it will work. And I want to try to get the guy in there. So this is what I want. I've cut it down to 1/3 size, and I see it right here. So that's pretty close. I'll click on OK. Now the only thing I have to do in my actual final window here is take the image, and now I want to take it and drag it to the right third of the screen. If I want the image to come in like the other 2 do, what I'm going to do is work on the position, and I'll change the position with my keyframe. So I have it on the 3rd section. The first one comes up from the bottom, the second down from the top. The third one I'll have come up from the bottom. So using my up and down key, which gives me a nice solid vertical, I'll drag it down off the main screen, and then I'll click on with the scrubber on the left side. I'll click on position. Okay, it starts there. I'll move the scrubber over to a place where the second video changes. And I think it's about, let's see if I go, when this is finally down, I think it's somewhere around a little over 9 seconds. So that's there. So we'll right click here, so say duplicate previous keyframes. So that will keep my third video off the screen from this point in time to this point in time. And then I want it to pop in, so I can drag down. I'll actually now click how long will it need to come in? Well, I'm going to guess right here. Now I will take and I will just push the up arrow key on the keyboard. There's a little bit of overlap. I don't have these perfectly proportioned, but they're approximate. Good enough for an example. And we'll leave it like that, and then I will right click here and do add new keyframe. And so it will stay off the screen, it will start moving at this point in time, and it will be fully on the screen at this point in time. It will come in from the bottom. I can change, by changing the distance between these 2 points in my keyframe, I can change the apparent speed of when it comes in. I'll click on OK. And it looks like I have something goofy here. So let me see what I've got. I don't want it on the screen here yet. So I'm going to double click on it again. And let's see, this keyframe must have to be lowered. So I'm going to, with that highlighted, move this down. So I'm sure we're off the screen. Okay, and that should be good. Now let's see what the next one is. That one's too high too. I will just go ahead and move that down, reposition it. It will change the keyframe. And now I'll click on OK again. There we go. Now it's behaving. So let's click on the movie and see what happens when we try to play it. My first third comes in up from the bottom. My second comes down from the top. And my third comes up from the bottom. Now obviously these weren't shot to be shown in this way because my talent doesn't look right. But it's a very easy way to begin to get your 3 different vertical looks by cropping each one to 1/3 of the screen, positioning it off the screen, using keyframes to draw it in from the top or the bottom. And you can have all 3 at once.